Hello, friends. Welcome to Anirban's World of Digital Finance powered by S4Hana, and this is Anirban. Today is our, let me see, today is our 15th class of SAP S4Hana FICO, and we have already discussed the configuration of enterprise structure, and also we have discussed the configuration of fiscal year period, fiscal year variant, and posting period variant. Now we are in the process of configuring the GL and doing the document splitting corresponding to the GL, the general ledgers that we have configured. Uh, and in this class, in this session, the 15th session, we are going to define segment, right? So with that, let me start sharing my screen. So this is the Excel sheet we have seen before in our previous sections, previous videos. And as mentioned, this is S4HANA FICO 15th video, and it is talking about defining of segment. And this is the menu path which I am going to show you once I log into SAP. And this is the configuration type video, which means that you have to, do this activity through SPRO access, and the activity is defined segment. And as mentioned before, that if we go into the note section, that is segmental reporting, uses this, we use this defined segment, or we define segment for segmental reporting, which is very important in today's scenario where organizations are becoming IAS IFRS compliant. All right, so with this we are going to, let's go to SAP, let's log into SAP. Let's open an additional screen. So to define a segment, you have to go to SPRO and then SAP reference IMG, and then going to enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and then define segment. Now we'll go to new entries, and in new entries, let's see, go to the blueprint, and I'll make some small changes in the blueprint also. So this is the segments that we are going to define: NL1 to NL4, which is Nala. And as I mentioned before, that all the names that I'm choosing is inspired by the various characters of Lion King, which is one of my favorite movie. So I'll write here NAL1, NAL2, NAL3, and NAL4. So these are the four segments that we'll define, and I will call this as, for example, so if you remember that our company is LNKG1, which is Lion King 1, and which is a finance company. So, and which is also into ERP implementation and so on. So we'll, let's say, and tool implementation. So we'll say that ERP consulting. So one first segment could be ERP consulting, and I'll say LNKG1. The second one would be tool implementation, and then again it could be LNKG1. Then it could be another one, could be management consulting, and then it would be LNKG1. So this way we are defining segments as per like different, businesses they are into in. So if we want to have a report basis like ERP consulting, what is draw the financial report or a balance sheet, we will be able to do it. Same for tool implementation, same for management consulting, and also audit and tax consulting, LNKG1. All right. So this is how I define the segments. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to save it. and then I'm going to create a request, and I'll say define segment, and then I'll say LMKG1. So this is how I define a segment. Now, if you remember in our prior video, we were talking about document splitting, and there we spoke about suppose if there is a there is no there is an item which is not assigned, with the SAP would use a constant which we need to define. So while defining the constant, we didn't have a segment available specifically for LNKG1. Now that we have actually defined the segment, so we are going to assign one of the segment. Excuse me. We are going to excuse me. We are going to assign one of the segment as a default segment. So if it is any of the end line items are not assigned, then it will be automatically go to the default segment. So how to do it? If you remember that for document splitting, we went to financial accounting, and then general ledger accounting, and then business transaction, then document splitting. And if you see here that edit constant for non-assigned process. So if you click here, and then you click, this was our constant z and then 1000, and then I click on assign value. So if you see this segment, so this segment we have just now defined NAL1, right? So NAL1, we will say that which one you want to take it as a default segment, like probably the NAL1 will take it as a default segment, okay, which is our ERP implementation, okay. So we will take this. Let me see if we can see NAL1. Yeah, see ERP consulting. So this we will take as a default segment. So in case if the segment is not specified, then the line item would be defaulting to NAL1. So I save this. So what I'll do is that I have to go to on request and find out the one like the where I have actually which I have actually used to edit constant for non-assigned process LNKG1. So this one I'll select, and then I will use this to save my request, which is document splitting edit constant for non-assigned process LNKG1, and I'll save it. So thus this NL1 is saved as a default segment. So that's it about say defining segment and identifying a default segment for default segment for where the like it is not assigned, segment is not assigned. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please click on the like icon, and please share it with all your friends so that they also get benefited out of this video. And if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Bye.